Hi folks, welcome to the Prepared Homestead. This is Travis. Thank you all for stopping by to watch. Well, today is Father's Day, and I want to start off by saying thank you to all the dads out there. And now I want to make a distinction between dads, meaning the guys that are involved in their kids' lives as much as they can. And I understand that there's those situations where maybe the mothers don't allow it. But I'm talking about the dads that are trying, the ones that are really out there involved. Thanks for doing that. It's a shame that there are men in this world that father children that choose to not be involved in their life. And with the things that's going on in this world today, we need more manly men to step up and be fathers and grandfathers and uncles and good neighbors, and to teach and protect children, and to teach young girls how to be a lady, and to teach young men, young boys how to be men. So I want to thank you all for being the dads out there. Today, or this afternoon, I'm recording this just after we did it. We as a family went around the property and we harvested some wild herbs. We did some wild crafting, which is what that's called. And I wanted to talk about it a little bit, because this is I think a very important part of homesteading and prepping that a lot of people kind of forget about. Now, there are some of you that are very big into plant medicine, herbs, harvesting wild, all that kind of stuff. But a lot of you need to step it up, because it's very important, I believe. I believe that and this is my belief, if you don't share it, that's fine. I believe that these plants were created for us, and the medicines that's in them, they were for us to be used to heal ourselves, to take care of our problems. And for thousands and thousands of years, that's what humans have done. And up until recently, it was kind of starting to fade away, but science is now starting to back up a lot of the plant medicine beliefs, the old beliefs that, well, this plant does this and this plant does this. And now that there's many times that they've tested these plants and find out, well, in fact, guess what? They do have certain compounds in them that would do that. So, and another thing, as far from a prepping standpoint, you can stock up on all kinds of medicines and stuff, which is good, it's fine. But they have a limited shelf life, and they're just limited in supply. You can't stock up on a lifetime's worth. But if you learn what grows around you or how to grow things, you can treat a lot, maybe not everything, but a lot of ailments with what grows around you. And I just wanted to show you a few things these were the main things that we were focusing on this morning, or this afternoon. This here's bee balm. Looks like some butterflies are on the one behind me. But this is one of our favorites. We use it for teas. It's good. You can make kind of an Earl Grey tea flavor out of it. We also use it for medicinal purposes. It's a good antifungal. It's good to infuse in an oil for external skin purposes. Something that I would add to just about any type of ointment or salve or cream that was going to be used to heal skin. I would put this in it also. Another one that's way over there on the other side of those trees, but St. John's wort. We have a ton of it here. It grows all around here like crazy. And St. John's wort is really good for calming. It's good for stress, anxiety. It's also can treat pain, things like that. It's very good. And we harvested quite a bit of it. Another one, it's very common, red clover. It's a common fodder food for animals, but it also has some medicinal value to it. I like it just as a tea. I like a nice summer sweet iced tea, little lightly sweetened iced tea made out of red clover. That's very good. And then another one, yarrow. This is yarrow, and it is believed to have been used by Achilles in his army. And this is what they would use to treat their wounds, their battle wounds. And if you take it and just kind of smush it up like that and smell it, it has a very strong kind of medicinal smell to it, you know, almost like a Bengay or something like that. It makes you think of like the old-fashioned hospitals or something like that. But you can use it for a blood stop. If you dry the flower and powder it, grind it up and powder it, it's really good for that. Or just take the leaves and just kind of smush them up and put them on a wound. It's like a natural neosporin in a way. So anyways, those are some of the things that we harvested, among others, but those were the main ones because there's a lot of those growing right around in this area, in this particular pasture. This is the one that I've let grow wild because I've noticed, and then this isn't a very big pasture that you're looking at. This one's only a couple of acres, but there just seems to be right in this spot a large concentration of really good wildflowers, medicinal flowers, things for bees and butterflies. Over here we have a whole bunch of butterfly milkweed, the orange reddish butterfly milkweed growing. Just a lot of really good flowers. So for now, because this isn't really needed for anything, we've just decided to let this one just be wild, and we mow a path around it and that kind of stuff. So you're probably thinking, well, what's all this have to do? Well, I mean, what's the point of this video? The point of this video is, this is another aspect of prepping and homesteading, of preparedness, of self-sufficiency. Is learning what grows around you. And I'm only showing you what there's four plants. Well, there's dozens of plants out here in this field, and then, you know, many more all around. And some of them we harvest for medicine, some of them we harvest to eat. There's teas, all kinds of stuff that we do. And we take the kids with us and we're teaching them. And this time that we went, there were several that the kids could identify, that they've already been able to identify, and a few of them that they were even able to tell us what the plant could do, what it was used for. This is very important because this is kind of a dying art, a dying heritage, to be able to go out and identify what grows around you, know what it's used for. I believe it's very important. And I know it's not as cool as learning about the latest AR and the cool plate carriers and the latest bug out bag gear. And you know, I understand that, you know, a cool, you know, cap for your head, that all kinds of stuff, you know, cool night goggles, and that stuff's cool. I get it. I'm right there with you. But this stuff, it can keep you alive. That stuff can keep you alive. But you may not need it. You may not. Probably will, but you may not. But will you ever get a cut on you that could get infected? Yeah, probably. It happens all the time around here. Will you ever have, you know, some rash on your skin? Will you ever develop some kind of stomach problems, stomach cramps that could cause diarrhea and dehydration? You know, you ever have stress, nervous, trouble sleeping? Yeah, that's the kind of stuff that everyone deals with, especially with the farm life. And knowing the stuff that grows around you, it's a really it's a good way, because you're not spending as much money by running off to the store, to the doctor, getting stuff from them. I personally think it's better. No side effects really. It's easy. You kind of come one with nature in a lot of ways, and I really believe that's the way we're meant to be. I think that's how we were created. I have a hard time believing that our Creator designed all of this, and just happened to design all of it to be able, well, at least a lot of it, to be able to be used by us, but actually intended for us to live in, you know, these synthetic cities and stuff where everything's manufactured. If you hear a bunch of chirping, I have a bunch of little baby poults. I'm going to spin the camera around and see if I can get them. They're over here watching. Anyways, man, talk about just interrupting me. I believe that we were designed to live with this, to use it. I'm not saying that modern medicine is wrong and bad, but I think that we have forgotten too much of this kind of stuff. And folks, it's needed. It's needed now, and I think it's going to be needed in the future. The longer we are here in this world, and the more that we have to deal with the rapid changes in this world, the greater the odds are that you and I will need to start incorporating these old traditional ways into our lives for us to survive and to retain some semblance of freedom. Because I'm pretty convinced that the powers that be, they don't want you to have anything to do with this. They want you to have all their synthetic stuff, all their lab created stuff, all their man-made stuff, and live in their little tight-knit, congested cities, and then leave all this stuff for all the wealthy people. That's why they're buying it all up in massive amounts all over the world. Not just the one guy, Bill Gates, but a lot of them are. They're buying it up. And so we've got to reconnect and relearn these old ways, folks, because it may be someday the one thing that keeps us alive, that keeps us going. So anyways, it's kind of a short video, maybe not the thing that everyone wanted to see today, but it just inspired me. I love getting out like this, taking a little time away from building and doing all the things that we're doing. We're so busy to actually get out here and enjoy the property that we live on. My wife was saying that the other day. She said, we live on this beautiful piece of property and we're so busy building, so busy, building the house and the homestead and everything, that we just don't take enough time to just get out and enjoy where we live. And so that's what we did today. We just got out and enjoyed. Went down in the creek, kind of played around that area, picked some flowers and herbs and just enjoyed ourselves. I hope that you can get out and do the same. And I hope that you can learn. I'm not an expert, but I consider myself to constantly be learning more and more about what grows around us and what it's there for. I mean, partly it's there for just our enjoyment of looking at it, but it also has a purpose. And this creation, I think if any of you, I don't know how you could deny this, that there's purpose behind it. This all didn't just happen by accident, I don't believe. It wasn't just a, collision of dust and particles that just all of a sudden this sprung into being and created such an amazing balance. No, it's all here for a purpose, and I think we need to figure out what that purpose is while we're still here before we're called home. All right, thank you for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.